Hey everybody, Reef Girl here, and welcome to the second episode of my weekly reef wrap-up. Something pretty important happened this week, but it was later in the week, so I'll get to that in due course. Let's start by using a coral viewer to check on things, and look who we see. That is my lawnmower Blenny. I have one in here and one in the 150. I don't see them very often, but when I do my best to take a good long look. This one looks great. I try to check every single day in both tanks to make sure it's all good. Once in a while I find war going on or something gets moved, maybe I've bumped it, maybe a fish started digging underneath it for algae, who knows. But I do my best to monitor things so that if anything is in trouble, I can take care of it. Here's a Monday view of the frag tank. I did some more moving things around and bringing things in here, and I think I'm finally understanding where the flow is and how everything works and what is a good place for stuff. Compared to last week, things are looking pretty good. So I've been manually dosing 2 milliliters of All4 Reef daily. I'm hoping to get some cleanup crew in here. I may move a snail from the observation tank because there's a couple big ones over there. And I might get a couple of hermit crabs and put them in. We'll have to see how that goes. Oh yeah, baby. I don't know why I'm channeling Austin Powers all of a sudden. This is maybe 3 days worth. My little hack is working extremely well. I've only had to change out the filter pads maybe once a week because it only runs during the day to keep the phosphates from bottoming out. Love the skimmer. Frag tank is rocking. So this is the glass shipment from the aquarium builder. It includes a brand new overflow. There's also braces, armor seams, and I hope overflow lids in here, but we won't know till tomorrow because that's when they're coming to fix it. I hope it goes well. We covered this thing up to protect it, and it's been sitting here for over a month, waiting. So 2 guys from the aquarium builder were here yesterday for roughly 2.5 hours late in the afternoon, and it looks like they got everything done. You can see the tape is still holding the overflow in place. It's being left like this while the silicone cures. There's also a couple of pieces of wood underneath the bottom of the overflow to support the weight. If you haven't seen my video published August the 26th called "My New Tank Has Arrived, but It's Not Good News," and you're interested in seeing what they sent me the first time, check out that video and compare it to what you see here. You'll notice quite a difference. I'll do a full video on this once things move along a little further and we can get this moved into the house. But I have to say it looks like they did a pretty darn good job. Here are the promised overflow lids. I'm leaving the protective film on them until I actually go to use them. It's hard to get a good close-up because of all the reflection, but the Euro brace at the bottom and the armor seams are now installed. There's a story behind that, but I'll save that for the update video. Next step is to get this thing moved into the house. Once it's in there and on the stand and everything's good, I'm gonna crack open the Prosecco. As you can imagine, I've had that bottle for a long time. And this one's for you, DC Reefer. Yep. Rotifer hatch. This is in the frag tank. All along the side glass here. There it is right there. Super happy to see this because this means we've got bugs in the frag tank. It's awesome. Check this out over here. This is the other corner. Right behind the green machine. I can't really easily scrape the glass here. We got a hatch going on here. Pretty major, actually. so cool. So that's what it looks like. I generally try to leave them alone for a couple days. Then I will go in and scrape it off because that stuff, of course, is all food for coral. Oh yeah, baby. Again with the Austin Powers. What is going on? This is only a couple of hours. Phosphates in here are reading 0 again, so I'm just running that for a few hours because it could be a false reading because check it out. Look at the gross algae I pulled out today. A whole bunch of it. This is like 10 minutes worth and the clumps were all huge. So gotta keep an eye on that one. I also dosed some of this. Today is day 1. I put in 10 milliliters. So we're gonna see if that does anything to help with the algae. And they also recommend to use this with razor. So I put in 100 milliliters of this. That's half the recommended dose for the system. So we'll see if that does anything to help with the algae. It's getting old. So those were the highlights of this past week. If you liked the video, why not give it a thumbs up? And if you're interested in seeing how we get on with this big 600-gallon system build, why not subscribe if you haven't already? Thanks for watching. Stay safe, everybody.